Hello and welcome to We Are Fin, and with me now Uwe Weigele from Weigele Aerospace, one of the finalists for the Crystal Cabin Awards for 2018 here in Hamburg. Welcome to We Are Fin.
Hello.
Good to have you with us. Before we talk about the solution you found, tell me the problem that you were trying to solve.
We had the problem that the heat distribution inside the stove was really horrible. We had very hot foods in the top of the stove. We had cold foods underneath the hot food, and we tried to solve this problem for 1.5 years. We did some aerodynamics inside the stove. We took out food, we put food in, and we couldn't solve the problem, so we needed to go back to the dashboard and look for a pretty new solution for our problem.
And so how did you solve this then? Because your innovation is pretty groundbreaking, isn't it?
Yes, because we solved it that we made an Industry 4.0 oven. We have a wireless power transmission into the oven, and we have spot heatings at the cold spots of the stove. And so we made it that every food has the same temperature all over the oven.
So does this mean then if we have a meal that, for instance, has potatoes and steak in it, the individual meal can be cooked very well?
Yeah, it can cook very well in the second step of the stove. So if we have more channels, multi-channel energy transmission into the food rack, we can have, for example, underneath a steak, we can have for short time very high temperature, and we can have, let's say, underneath some potatoes, some 20 minutes to have them cooked to the point. And so we have for every course of every meal, we have a perfect treatment, and so every passenger can have his own food to perfection. And especially if you have some athletic background, you don't eat any meat or you don't eat any carbons or whatever. So every passenger can have what he wants, and I think it's a lot of respect of the culture of the passenger, because if somebody doesn't want steak, it's okay, and that's the advantage.
And what about getting this into aircraft? Is this something where new technology would have to be adopted by the aircraft manufacturer, or is it backwards compatible?
It's backwards compatible, so you can buy the stove with just a cover plate for our connector, and so the stove works like the old one. You can run the old racks. There are millions of old racks around the world. You can run the old racks, and you take out the cover and you can put in the module, and you can run it.
Brilliant, thank you very much. It's an innovation, and I can't wait to get my steak cooked to perfection on my next flight.
Okay, so if you can, you come to South Germany, and we will prepare you a great steak.
You're on my wavelength. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, now for the latest on everything from the Crystal Cabin Awards 2018 here in Hamburg, of course, you'll find that and all our videos. You can subscribe online right now at wearefin.com.